Right, well, here we are, super chappies. Where's my seatbelt gone? Our ride out, or drive out, in the MGB GT. Now it's fixed, apparently. Blooming heck. You lower down in this. Right then, so let's see how we get on. So it sits between first and second. So right then. And we're off. First impressions, very old school, and you can hear a lot of noise. Brakes are apparently there. Indicators are on this side. Now this road was tray busy earlier, so hopefully we'll be able to get a sense of that. After this set of traffic, because he's not coming that way, so let's have a crack. Noisier than a modern car, but that's to be expected. Not a problem, just noisier. Here we are doing 50. It feels like we're doing about 1,000,000 miles an hour. We are running an overdriveless MGB GT at the moment. The overdrive's gone on holiday. So looking at the revs, we're doing about 3,000 RPM, just under 50. So I am suspecting that the overdrive is out at the moment and permanently out. That's something for another day to look at. Noise more than anything that sort of draws you into driving this. And it is very torquey. Yeah, but the brakes are lacking somewhat. So we'll have a look round it when we get up to where we're going, but you'll see when you see it outside, it's a bumperless conversion, an RPS bumperless conversion, who, funnily enough, are just retiring now. So if you want to buy a company that makes bumperless conversions for MGBs, and loads of other bits as well, for like TFs and Fs and that sort of thing, now's your chance to have a crack. Dropping into Millhouse Green at the moment. It is a shame about that overdrive, because that was my favourite feature on the
Lucky dogs.
Yeah, what's it like driving this thing? Well, the cabin itself, obviously fairly basic. Everybody knows what an MGB cabin looks like. Fairly basic things. 1980s-ish switchgear and stuff. So yeah, there's not really much to say about that. This particular one, there's not that many rattles in it, so he's obviously screwed stuff together properly. Feels more jiggly than Margaret does. Maybe not over bumps, maybe not over like little potholes and stuff, but the overall ride is quite jiggly. So what we'll do is we'll park up here and have a quick look around. Hopefully we don't realise what I'm doing. So here we are for the outside view. So as you can see, it's had, is it RPS bumperless kit? Is it RPS bumper delete on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the RPS bumper delete kit that it's had on it, front and back, which I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, you've seen it before on other videos anyway. There it is with some cameras stuck to it, which is different. And then there's the rear bumper delete as well. It's a very nice looking thing. I mean, I don't know whose idea it were to paint wheels a different colour. Who in the right mind paints wheels not silver? Honestly, stupid. Alright, okay. Who were that?
You.
That was red motorbike with black bits and gold wheels. Why? Honestly, weird. So yeah, here we are, and it's had a bit more mods on it, so I don't know whether it had stickers on it before. But yeah, let's have a look inside. We'll show you that from a better angle. So as you can see, it's got the infamous seats that everybody loves, which are called deck chair seats for some reason, because they look like deck chair material, but everybody seems to go nuts over them.
They're pretty rare, don't they?
There's not, there's two of them here. And then say this is your fairly standard dashboard on there. Not sure what this is. Anybody seen that symbol before?
I think it's if you've got a pen and you want to warm pen up so it writes better.
Yeah, it makes sense, because old pens are like that. And and being an MGB GT, it's got extras hanging down from here, so you can keep an eye on where there's any water's getting there. Nothing in this compartment here. And in here we've got all the essentials like Union jacks. This is a bit of fuel pipe, I assume. I'm not sure why it's...
Yeah, don't lose that. That's a special part, actually.
And it's also got, considering it's got no header unit, it's got in these amazing speakers, which if you can see are 5-inch high efficiency system speakers by Philips. If the Philips, why have you got them? And if we open up the boot, you can see there's some relics of the past life here by the looks of it.
That belonged to Harris Leamington.
Harris Leamington, apparently. Little three-wheeler, and there seems to be a lot of people out on machines today. So yeah, we've got an old motorbike helmet. God, they don't make them like they used to, thank God. And then a copy of Motorsport magazine with a lady called Jackie Stewart apparently in there. And then and then there's some gloves here. I'm not going to ask what they're for. Were they your original motorbiking gloves, or are they separate? Second hand. Jesus. So yeah, there you go. You can see you've got a tiny seat here, which I've been back from. Where did we go to look at that Lotus Elise with Tony? Knutsford. I've been back from Knutsford to Sheffield in them. That was fun. And so there you go. We'll do a bit of some more shots, some more arty shots. We'll get out of this Bullocks way, some more arty shots, and then we'll drive back down again. So I'll talk more about it while I'm driving, and then it'll be a surprise for him when he watches this video and I go, "What a bag of wank this is! I wish I'd never driven it." Well, let's try again. I've driven down here once talking to you about this car, and it weren't recording for some reason, so unless there were any nuggets of any gems of information that I missed this time, then we'll just have to go for this one. These seatbelts are a tray awkward for me. I could put this on the seatbelt actually, couldn't that make more sense? There we go, right. So here we are, heading back down towards Langsett. So yeah, my dad, it was funnily enough, one of the things I said that I didn't get was, I think this is more bumpy than Margaret is. It feels more bouncy, like on undulations it's all over the place, but on actual chunks it's not too bad. Don't move out too much, Ben. It's not too bad. But my dad seems to think other way around. He seems to think that Margaret's more bouncy than this, which is weird because I feel completely the opposite. Oh, my phone's fell off. Never mind. She'll have to leave that doing that. That'll be fun for you. You can have a video of the headline in. So we'll just have to use this one. So yeah, ride wise, I think it's less composed than Margaret. My dad seems otherwise, so maybe it's about the same. Engine wise, pulls really well. I'm quite impressed with that. God, these people. As I was saying before, there's no overdrive on this. That's a work in progress. I think overdrive's gone on holiday. But the gearbox is nice and slick, clutch is nice and light. My dad asked me how I thought the steering was. It's different to Margaret's. Margaret seems way more direct. This seems more forgiving, if that makes sense. I know Margaret's not anywhere near being a perfect TF. There's far better TFs out there than Margaret. But again, Margaret is a work in progress herself, so that's how I see her anyway. The brakes in this could do worse. I think the brakes should be better. They seem a bit spongy. So maybe there's something to see on that. And Margaret's brakes, one caliper's binding a bit, so another brake issue, both on MGs. Come on then, Jeebus, not difficult. People seem to not be able to move the steering wheels these days. It's like if there's not a straight line between where they are and where they want to be, they don't know what they're doing. Oh, hello. see why people pick these as classic cars to have, because they're pretty easy to live with. Like, what's this, 74 I think? Something like that. So what we're talking, like, is that 50 years old? And let's tan it his arse a bit. Well, I don't like double D clutching as much as I like it, so there we go. But it's fairly powerful for what it is, and again we're missing overdrive, so we could have potentially less revs. Yeah, it's not. There's a bit of a limit you get to, about 4,500 RPM, and it doesn't feel like it wants to go any quicker than that. We are on some twisties. See what the twisties are like. I don't want to overdo it because the brakes aren't as keen as I'd like them to be. See what it's like round this really tight bend. It's not bad. It's not bad. I can tell the bushes have been done. There's less movement. Obviously, it's an older car, so there's still movement in chassis, but there's less of it than I remember from before. So that is a job that did need tackling. Apparently, as well, one of the shock absorbers didn't have any fluid in it, which probably has tightened it up a bit as well. For some reason we're revving at 2,000 RPM still, so it still holds on to revs for some reason. Now let's see if there's still a space in this car. All we want to do is take cameras off. Not, we'll just have to park up at side of something, side at road here, and take them off, and then that'll be it. What's these handles? I'm just going to park up. What? I'm just going to stop here. So there we have it. That was the little trip round in. I don't think it has a name, this one. The MGB GT. So I'm just going to do some outside shots now, just have a quick look what's going on. Hopefully my dad recognises what I was doing and pulls up, and then we can swap back cars and get back home. What time is it? 20 past 11. That's not too bad.